Hello and welcome to the House of Blues, where I talk everything Chelsea and sometimes beyond, and I'm here to focus on the WSL and bring news, reviews and points of view to you, our wonderful Chelsea crew. My name's Buchanan, and each week I'll bring you a few videos on Chelsea's fantastic women's team, including pre-match chat, predictions and match reviews. So be sure to drop a like if you like, and sub to the channel if you want to be kept in the loop and show your support. Chelsea kicked off their new WSL campaign against a revamped Aston Villa at Kingsmeadow on Friday night, and this is my match review, so let's get right into it. We set up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, as expected, and Aston Villa matched our formation instead of a 4-1-4-1, which they used last season. We had Hampton in goal, Bright and Buchanan as our centre-backs, and Lawrence on the left and Bronze on the right. We had Nuskin and Cuthbert in midfield to own the centre of the park. Now we played a rotational front four with Baltimore playing predominantly on the left and Wrighton coming into a cam role. We had Canarid on the right and Ramirez up top. Chelsea were dominant immediately and stamped their authority for the first 5 minutes, only for Aston Villa to bite back and then dominate us for the next 5. Possession exchanged somewhat as both teams looked to find some rhythm, and for the first 15 minutes, each team was producing chances. A wide effort from Wrighton for us and a shanked close-range effort from Missy Beaucairns were among the opportunities, and either team at this point could have been in front. Villa started to find some joy on their left as Thomas and Darley linked up to put pressure on Lucy Bronze. No doubt they overloaded that side due to Bronze being a new addition and perhaps being somewhat slower to recover in defence than she once was. But thankfully Lucy's experience kept them at bay, with some assistance from Buchanan and Canarid to help escape some tight spaces at the back. Thomas looked very strong and dangerous, and she continued to fire whipped crosses into our box, which could easily have been turned in, but we managed to repel their efforts. On the left, Wrighton and Baltimore were somewhat out of sync, and even Lawrence struggled to get into the rhythm with Baltimore, but it's early days and we should see an improvement in their linking up and fluidity over the coming fixtures. Now, Baltimore is a natural right winger with the ability to play in cam, central midfield or on the left, so it's worth mentioning she was in a lesser known position in our new system at Chelsea. Now, Wrighton, as we know, is possibly the best left winger in the WSL, and she was being asked to play a more central role in cam, which she can definitely do. It's just not what she's been doing for several seasons now. So both Wrighton and Baltimore just need a bit more time in those roles and they'll be golden. On the right-hand side, Canarid, Ramirez and Bronze worked so well together in quick-moving triangles, and then Wrighton would step in to make a diamond that kept causing problems for Villa, but we just couldn't find the back of the net. After 36 minutes, we finally broke through with a lovely move from Canarid that sent Thomas the wrong way as she cut back in and fired a beautiful strike with her left that sailed into the Villa net past D'Angelo, with the assist coming from Ramirez. After Canarid's goal, we very much took control of the game, but we were not able to add a second goal before the half-time whistle. Villa came out in the second half with some real determination, and they were dominant for the first 10 minutes of the second half before we took control again. This rhythm flip-flopped back and forth every 10-15 minutes until they fully took the reins in the final 10. On 85 minutes, Robert DePaul made an attacking change, which really showed their intent and belief as he brought on attacker Salmon for a defender Parker, and their intensity grew as they tried to level the game. They truly believed they could secure a draw at least, and the pressure and concern for us went up another level. In the dying minutes, they peppered our goal constantly, and there was a real heart-and-mouth situation when Villa's keeper D'Angelo leapt above our defence to fire a header from a corner that was well on its way into our goal, and it would have been the equaliser had it not been for Hannah Hampton's superb save. On multiple occasions, Hampton denied the Villains a goal, and we can thank her for coming away with the win. Overall, Aston Villa really brought it to us, and they put up a decent fight, so let's just see how effective they were in the stats. So here you can see the momentum during the match, with Chelsea being the side with the most, but as you can see, Aston Villa caused us prolonged problems, particularly in the second half. Villa had more possession, more shots on target, more accurate passes, although just a single % under us in terms of overall accuracy. They had more blocked shots and hit the woodwork twice. We had more touches in Villa's half and more touches in the box, whereas we pressed them to play mostly in their own half where possible. You can see how much we were under the cosh with 3 blocks, 24 clearances and 5 saves from Hampton. Villa very much dominated the duels with 61 duels won against our 46. They won more ground duels, more aerial duels and had a lot more successful dribbles. Overall, a draw may have been a fair result. However, we did repel all of their advances and chances while bagging that all-important goal from Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd. For large periods of play, we looked really together, but it's clear that we're still a team in transition, with these moments of disconnect between Baltimore and Brighton, but this is to be expected and it will certainly improve with time. There were some heavy first touches, and we gave away possession more than we're used to, but it felt no more than simply first game of the season nerves. Cuthbert was a surprise selection considering she was on crutches not too long ago, and I'm not sure anyone saw her inclusion as a possibility, but thankfully her recovery was quick and she was able to give us a typical Erin performance with her high energy and dogged determination to ensure we came away with all 3 points, and she played all 90 minutes. In terms of player performances, no one was particularly bad, but I feel Baltimore struggled to link up with Wrighton and Lawrence and often was caught in 2 minds when she was given options and she would retreat. She did, however, have some nice turns, and you can definitely recognise her quality even if this wasn't her best performance. I felt that Buchanan and Bright were every bit as defensively formidable as we know, and they shut down many chances in our box, and Buchanan was often the go-to to relieve pressure when we needed to slow the game down, regroup and take control. Bronze was decent too, but the 2 standout performances for me came from Kaneryd and Hampton. Without those 2, we'd be sitting with a draw or a possible loss. Johanna for the fine strike to give us the lead and multiple superb saves from Hampton to retain that lead against her old club. In terms of Villa performances, kudos to Robert De Pauw's side for really coming at us and having the belief that they could get a result, and on another day they may well have. Now, Aston Villa didn't really employ the low block and they wanted to play football, which I respect. In last season's condition, this approach likely would have cost them a several goal loss, but clearly under Robert De Pauw, the team have invested in his philosophy and they are executing it very well. With Villa playing all of their home games at Villa Park Stadium this WSL season, I expect our trip there will be a tougher experience. If Villa play this way throughout the season, they will surely be guaranteed a top 6 spot. So, a win for Sonia Bonpastor and the new Chelsea, lovely stuff. Being tested this much in our first game will go a long way, as it highlights an array of issues that can be tweaked by Sonia. It also gives us the confidence when we play a tough match and we come away with the 3 points even though we weren't at our best. So what next? This coming Friday we go to Crystal Palace, where we'd expect to get a result, but they are fresh to the league and they may have some surprises for us. This match is being shown on Sky Sports at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, so stick it in your diary and come back and join me for a match preview on the House of Blues. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you come back for more. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe and get active down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so share them down below. Thanks again. I'll catch you all soon for a Crystal Palace pre-match video. Bless your blue blood and keep the blue flag flying high. Big love.